So we just talked about Thomas Russo. Let's do Nick Fuentes. So let's start off with Nick Fuentes grew up in a middle class, extremely racist family on the outside edges of Chicago. Um, he was a nobody in high school. Like, nobody really liked him. He did not really have friends, but somehow, because he was really smart, did make it to student council president, where for about a year he did a lot of weird stuff that was very anti-black. And I'm not sure how people didn't call him, out on that, especially being in that area. Now, being that he was very racist and openly racist back then, and so was his parents, he didn't have many friends as a kid. That's why he ran to places online like 4chan and Parler and Twitter and found these groups. That's how he got linked up with Vanguard and ended up in Charlottesville, Virginia with Thomas Russo and some other people like that. And after it was discovered that he was at Charlottesville, Virginia, apparently students from Boston University started threatening him because he was attending Boston University at the time. And they were like, nah, we don't want this guy here. However, he was never able to prove the threats other than literally saying, it wasn't just me, my mom received the threats and read threats as well. His mom was a well-known racist. In fact, not only was his mom a well-known racist and actually kicked out of like PTA meetings and stuff like that, his dad has also went on his podcast as well as his mom. His dad went on the podcast one time and stated that we don't go to certain restaurants like Applebee's and Red Lobsters because those restaurants are just for lazy blacks. Kid you not. Now, Nick knows he's never going to be the big tough guy in the room. Like, that's just not him. That's why he runs to places online to spread his rhetoric and uses people like Alex Jones, well-known conspiracy theorist, and Ali Alexander, I think his name was, to push, his hateful views. I just looked him up. If you don't remember this guy, oh, yeah, true hateful racist. And that's when he started his whole group called the Groipers, who like to use a lot of hateful, racist, xenophobic, homophobic language. Remember, they went after Rob Smith because he was gay and black. Rob Smith is MAGA as well. Nick has very outwardly stated that he doesn't mind using other races to get to his ultimate goal and people, which is why he hangs out with people like Sneeko and Kanye West, because he sees them as a end to a means. And one of the things that's different about him is he encourages people to be incels, because even in his 30s now, he's still a virgin, which also somehow brought in the femboy community, which they don't see them talking to them as women as gay, which is a whole nother thing. And while they support Donald Trump and MAGA as an idea, right, they also think that MAGA is very weak for not just being openly racist. That's why he started America First Political Action PAC. He's his own political party. Both these men have a history of going after people they don't see as far right enough, as well as the left. They're their own independent groups, operating within the right conservative branch.